Chapter 22 of How to Be a Boss by Lily Singh. Take the stairs. We're always trying to look for shortcuts. It's in our nature. I don't have to unlock my phone to take a picture because I can just swipe up. When my GPS can save me 60 seconds on the road, it'll reroute me. Worst case scenario. If I do have to unlock my phone, annoying, then I can just scan my finger because who has time to input 4 numbers? I don't even have to type a full sentence when texting because abbreviations are very easy to understand, FYI, and acceptable AF BTW. Who has time to meet new people and establish meaningful relationships? Instead, I can just swipe left or right on your image and let superficial computing do the work. Shortcuts save us time and energy. Let's face it, they're convenient. However, a boss knows that shortcuts do not exist when it comes to success. People often ask me what my secret to success is, and I think they expect me to give them some sort of spell to cast. It would make them feel at ease if I told them how wizardry and a drop of lion's blood got me where I am. That way, they could stop having to work hard and instead focus on getting a lion. Unfortunately, that isn't the case. So leave Simba alone. Hasn't he been through enough? My secret to success is exactly what most people don't want to hear. It's a ton of hard work. There is no escalator to success. You have to take the stairs. I know the last chapter was about a ladder, but hear me out. I am not the product of a viral video. I didn't have a massive hit that got me a ton of subscribers and views that I based my career on. Not that anything is wrong with that. Instead, over the course of my career, every single video has given me recognition and subscribers. If I ask fans how they discovered me, their answers will all be different. With each video I put out, I take a step upward on the staircase to success, leaving a strong foundation of content below me. I don't care if it's a small or big step, as long as the momentum is upward. Having said that, an escalator definitely does exist, especially in my industry. Creating content that puts other people down, using clickbait thumbnails, and promoting misleading video titles are all ways people choose to take an escalator. You'll likely get a lot of views and become really popular, but for how long? Your foundation isn't solid because it was built too quickly or dishonestly. Would you rather travel on a bridge constructed over the course of a year or one that was thrown together in 48 hours? An escalator can go out of service at any time, but the stairs are always there. How many times have you heard a hit song from someone and then never heard from them again? How many times have you seen a viral video of someone doing something absolutely disgusting and then never see their face again? Escalators exist in every industry, but a boss will always take the stairs and prioritize the longevity of their career. Gimmicks and shortcuts aren't the best materials to build with. All it takes is one strong wind to knock it all down. It's absolutely exhausting to climb the stairs, especially because you can't always see the top of the staircase. It just seems like a never-ending ascent. As a result, we as a result, even when people are told to take the stairs, the only way to success, they will still try to create a shortcut. What if I hire Optimus Prime to carry me up the stairs? What if I buy the staircase? What if I tell people that receiving piggybacks is a part of my religion? What if this map is inaccurate to begin with and there's a faster path through the mountains? Hear me when I say you must start climbing and do the work. No ifs, ands, or buts. Remember all those times you had a major project to finish and you just stared at it thinking, what if I get a doctor's note? Alright, great. You faked a stomach ache and got a note. Now what? You still have to do the assignment. Then you think, maybe I'll just copy off a friend. Your teacher caught you and now you have to do the assignment again. No matter how many times you stare at this project, it's not going anywhere. Why? Because you just need to buckle down and do the work. There is no other way. So stop wasting time convincing yourself there is. I know that deep down inside you know this. It's just like how I know that Googling how to get nice abs without working out is never going to be productive. The answer is to eat right and work out. No matter how many juices I drink or electronic devices I strap to my stomach, I will not get nice abs. Similarly, no matter how many gimmicks or shortcuts you try, you won't succeed unless you do the work. It's important to note that there is a huge difference between taking the stairs and being inefficient. While climbing the stairs, I do many things that save me time. Let me give you an example. Task. I have an amazing video idea that is going to require a lot of work. Taking an escalator. I'll just do an easier video and make it look cool in the thumbnail. Taking the stairs with efficiency. Let me put time and effort into assembling a team that will help me execute this great idea. That way, I can focus on being in the video while all the paperwork and other details are handled by someone else. You might be yelling right now, saying, well, Lily, not everyone has an assistant and a team to help them. Yeah, well, I didn't have an assistant or a team at the bottom of the staircase either. I was only able to hire a team after climbing the stairs solo for years. Working hard feels good. Of course it's exhausting and stressful and causes you to miss a party or two. But at the end of the day, it is so rewarding. One of the best feelings in the world is when you know that luck didn't play a role in your success. Doing work eliminates the need for luck. I'm not lucky. I just took the stairs. And you should too. I told you this wasn't going to be a fairy tale. There is no magic carpet or genie. There's just you and a staircase. So start stretching and take the first step. With everything else, feel free to use shortcuts. Okay? G2G. Please keep reading for more LOLs. ILI.
Remember that scene from 300 where Leonidas is getting pierced with arrows from every direction, but he continues attacking his enemy until his last breath? It's stressful and painful to watch as he swings his sword with aggression and purpose. Deep down, you notice it's the end, but his persistence gives you a little shred of hope. That's what I looked like in high school the night before a major project was due. I had 3 weeks to get this 20-page essay done, but lo and behold, there I was at 11 o'clock on a Sunday night guzzling down my third can of Coke. I tried to write the essay the previous Sunday, but I couldn't find a comfortable enough pen to create an outline, so I had to go supply shopping. A few days later, I tried again, but it turned out my desk was too messy to work on, so I had to clean my room, and the basement, and mow the lawn, and for the first time in my life, do my laundry. The day before, I had been committed to doing this essay, but I sneezed a few times and decided to take it easy and watch some medicinal TV instead. Procrastination is a hustler's worst enemy. It's that little voice inside of us that craves instant gratification and convinces us that almost anything can be put off for later, no matter how unrealistic. As a result, you wait until the last possible minute to start your assignment, leave your house for a meeting, or change your car's oil. In most cases, you'll get the task done somehow, someway. Maybe it wasn't done to the best of your ability, but you probably still got it done. Now, imagine how powerful procrastination would be if you had absolutely no deadline at all. Completing the work was merely good for you. You would be 72 years old in an old folks' home trying to finish your math homework from the 10th grade. And even then, you would convince yourself that your wheelchair wasn't comfortable enough, so you'd get to that homework later. Throughout most of my life, deadlines were put in place for me because someone else was in charge, a professor, my parents, or my boss. When I decided to take control of my own life and become an entrepreneur, no one was around to tell me what to do and when to do it. With that reality came a beautiful freedom. And with that freedom came the possibility of making bad choices. If it was a random Monday and I wanted to sleep the entire day, no one was going to stop me. I quickly learned that I had to be my own boss and set deadlines for myself, or I would go nowhere fast. I created a schedule that required me to upload a video on my channel every Monday and Thursday. The CEO of YouTube isn't ever going to write me up if I don't deliver. The only person I have to answer to is me. This upload schedule prevents me from overthinking and procrastinating and prompts me to get things done. It's a major reason for my success. As you can imagine, creating deadlines takes a huge amount of self-control, and that's why sometimes you have to force them upon yourself. For years, I would tell myself that one day I would move to LA. The comfort of home and the tediousness of obtaining legal documentation caused me to put off the move. 1 month, I blamed the delay on a family vacation. Another month, I was sick. The month after that was my birthday. And, well, it takes me 30 days to plan a party. Finally, during one business trip to LA, I decided to take a step forward and go apartment hunting. I scoped out about 5 or 6 places and conveniently disliked them. Yet again, I had to delay my plan. At this point, setting a deadline in my mind wasn't enough to make things happen. I needed to force myself to make the move. So I sent an email out to my team that said on December 1st I would move to LA. That was in 4 months. I called my insurance company and told them to cancel my car insurance effective December 1st. I did the same with my cell phone provider. I created a situation in which I wouldn't be able to function in Toronto on December 2nd, thus forcing me to move before that date. 1 month prior to moving, I still didn't have an apartment in LA. I told myself that no matter what, on December 1st, I would move. If that meant staying at a hotel with all my boxes, then so be it. That would be my own fault. 2 weeks prior to moving, I had some business in LA, so I made one last attempt to find an apartment. 1, 2, 3 down and no luck. Hotel it is. However, the very last apartment I looked at 2 weeks before moving, hours before heading back to Toronto, was perfect. It was a little more expensive than I was hoping for, but my deadline didn't allow me to overthink. Within 24 hours, I signed the lease. A few days later, I ordered furniture. A few days after that, I had a going away party. That night, I packed all my stuff, and the next morning, I moved to LA. This is an extreme example of deadline setting, and I'd be lying if I said it wasn't absolutely terrifying to not have an apartment 2 weeks prior to moving. However, the lesson I learned is one that has helped me throughout my career. Force deadlines. Sometimes I find myself sitting on a video idea for way too long. I'll come up with a great concept that cannot be executed in one day, and so I'll hold on to it with the hope that I'll have more free time later. I won't. I never do. Instead, I now confirm a shoot date and hire an entire crew before I have a script or confirmed actors. Writing a date on my calendar and setting a deadline forces me to find the time to get my act together. When I want to collaborate with other creators, I do the same thing. I'll confirm a date for us to shoot, and I'll have absolutely no idea what the creative is until the night before. It's stressful and sometimes a bit overwhelming, but I always get it done, every single time. For larger projects or goals such as open my own restaurant or write a movie script, it's harder to set just one deadline. Instead, it may be smarter to break the goal down into smaller pieces and assign each of those pieces a specific deadline. For example, instead of saying that you are going to write a movie script, break down your goal into smaller, more manageable pieces, such as create a log line, finish character outline, create a mood board, etc. If you need to force yourself to stick to those deadlines, set meetings with partners or friends and commit to sharing your ideas with them on a certain date. Deadlines are always easier to follow when they're public and you're held accountable for them. This is why I publicly promote my video schedule. If Monday and Thursday uploads were my little secret, then my week would simply never have a Monday or a Thursday. I would practice a 5-day week. The moon would have to adjust accordingly. Think of something you've been wanting to do for a long time, but have never gotten around to. I want you to take a second and look deep inside yourself. Do you really want to accomplish this task? Are you willing to work your absolute hardest for it? Are you willing to acknowledge that your hardest isn't your hardest and then work even harder than that? If the answer is yes, grab a calendar and set a deadline. Can't think of anything? Let me help you out. You will finish reading this book by insert date here. The clock is ticking.
Hello, it's Kelsey, and we are back for the How to Be a Boss book club. This month, our chapter was chapter 24, Don't Be Made, Don't Be Broken. You're taking a major test, applying for a job, auditioning for a movie, starting a sales pitch, or making a presentation to your entire school. Whatever it is, you're about to do something important, and you're thinking that if it doesn't work out, your life is literally over. You might as well be Kenny from South Park because there is no hope for you. You need this. Your entire existence depends on this. You are a mere mortal, and this success is essential to your survival. It's basically oxygen. To this I say, stop. I don't want you to be gasping for air like a fish out of water when you have something important to do. If you think about it, it's quite terrifying, and be blunt, stupid to base your entire education or career on one opportunity. Of course, some things in life are very important, but a boss understands that no one thing should make or break you. You're building an empire, and you should know that empires are not built overnight, and they do not fall easily. They should be built on a strong foundation so that they will stand the test of time and are resilient when threatened. Empires are not built upon a single pillar, and similarly, your career should not be built on a single success. One success is a terrific building block, but is not the only thing supporting you. If you land a promotion at work, your empire isn't resting on this one promotion. Your previous work experience, school degree, and great technical skills all act as pillars that hold you up. Similarly, one pillar crumbling away does not destroy an entire empire. Therefore, one failure should not destroy everything you've built. In other words, if one opportunity will make or break your success, then your idea of success isn't solid enough to begin with. Even if you get the job, ace the test, or kill the sales pitch, you can't bank your entire success on one achievement. Your success shouldn't walk on stilts. But I get it. When you're faced with a great opportunity, your mind can get a bit carried away and dramatic. Throughout my career, I've received many opportunities to collaborate on videos with some pretty cool people, including Selena Gomez, Priyanka Chopra, Shay Mitchell, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Every time I'm presented with one of those opportunities, I struggle to come up with a video idea, which is strange since I normally pump out 2 creative videos a week. But I end up convincing myself that no idea is good enough for this once-in-a-lifetime collaboration. After all, this collaboration is with someone epic, and it needs to be better than anything else I've ever done. What if 1 million new people who've never heard of me watch this video? What if my entire future on YouTube depends on this one collaboration? I rack my brain trying to think of something spectacular, and if all goes well, I finally write a creative I feel confident about. I shoot the video, edit it, and upload it, expecting it to alter the trajectory of my entire career. I patiently sit in my office chair, waiting for the president to call me and offer me some sort of award. Perhaps they'll let me walk on the moon. Better yet, someone will give me the key to the moon. Well, first they'll have to build a door on the moon, and then they'll give me the key. Either way, I'm getting the key. But then nothing happens. Sure, the video will garner some buzz and maybe even receive a few more views than usual, but after a day or two, things go back to normal. In fact, Many of my solo videos have done better than some of my biggest collaborations. After waiting for the key to the moon several times, I've learned that a super cool collaboration isn't ever going to be the thing that makes my career. Instead, my career is the sum of everything I do. Other times, I've made videos that weren't received well. While scrolling through the negative comments, I think this is the end. My career is over. But it never is. Next week, I post 2 more videos, and the previous one is forgotten. I wouldn't have much of a YouTube channel if one bad video caused the entire thing to collapse. That's the position I want to be in, one that allows for mistakes and growth in an equal measure. I enter auditions with the same mentality. Of course, I want to do my absolute best in the audition room, but before I enter, I say to myself, this isn't going to make or break you. This puts my nerves at ease and allows me to stay calm. If I nail the audition and get the role, that's amazing, but my career still won't be defined by that one role. My empire is made up of my YouTube channel, my book, my collaboration, my social campaigns, and my partnerships. Having said all this, I'm not suggesting you should approach important opportunities with nonchalance. You should always give 110% of your energy and effort, but at the same time, you want to be in a position where you cannot be impacted so easily. You can be the ruler of a strong empire, but still have the mentality of a hungry hustler. So if you find yourself stressing over one opportunity or one failure, perhaps the real problem is the foundation you've built. A boss cannot walk the walk if the ground is crumbling beneath them. You need to strengthen your empire. You are not a teetering tower. Your career is not standing on one leg getting a breathalyzer test on the side of the road. Your success is not a game of Jenga. You cannot be made or broken so easily. So our chapter homework for this month is called Build Your Empire. List all the pillars that make up your success and that will not allow you to be made or broken with ease. On here it has 4 lines that you can write your pillars on, but I say we challenge ourselves and we write an extra one. So let's go with 5 pillars. Have a good one and see you next month.